Hello and welcome to SD-WAN Tech Forum. In this video, I'm going to show you how to manually onboard a cEdge device. There are a couple of steps what we are going to do. First, we are going to delete any bootstrap configuration or any sort of configuration from the device. And then we are going to do a write erase equivalent of iOS, which is these two commands: request platform software SD-WAN config reset and platform SD-WAN software reset. And you need to put that in the proper sequence. Then we are going to capture the PNP related details like serial number and certificate. Now let's go back to the device. So this is my cEdge what I prepared earlier in my last video. And now what we are going to do, going to delete the bootstrap and reload. So I'm going to delete boot flash. I have a bootstrap configuration, so that is deleted. Now issue those two commands what I shown you on the doc. Once you issue those two commands, it's going to delete all the configuration and reload the box. So now you can see the device is reloading, and it will come up with a default configuration, which is very minimal configuration. I'll show you what is that. So once you do a write erase equivalent, you have to set the username and password. By default, the username and password is admin. Once you issue admin, you can see that you are logged into the router, and router is trying to do a PNP discovery. Let's stop the discovery because goal of this video is to onboard the cEdge manually, no zero touch provisioning. So till the time you don't stop the PNP discovery, the new password is not coming into effect. So keep on using admin. Now let's stop the PNP service and wait for it. It's going to stop the PNP discovery, and then it will set the password, the new password what you set while reload. It is going to set that password and wait for router prompt to say all daemons ready. So you can see that waiting for daemons to read initial config. Please wait, do not interrupt. And PNP agent discovery is stopping now. You'll see the logs. A new admin password. Yes, so you can see PNP discovery is aborted and it is stopped. Just keep an eye on log and be patient. This is a little slower than regular iOS code. Yes, you can see it successfully set the new admin password. So while you did a write erase, whatever password you set, use that password to log in now. Now see, let's get the PNP info or the info what you need to do the onboarding. You need two things. You need the serial number and you need the certificate number. So serial number you can get from show license UDI, and for the second command you can use show crypto PKI certification and Cisco ID vid sudi, the command shown in the on my screen. And this is what you need, certificate. Now let's go to Software Central, plug and play. Choose your virtual account, the same account where your controller is set up. So you will have your controller profile in the PNP Connect. Now you add the device. I'm going to add device manually. You can upload your CSV also. So identify device, put your serial number, what we captured from router console. So here you are going to put your serial number. Then you choose the base paid, that is the router model. You have to type that to get the suggestion. Mine is ISR 4451. Yes, select that. And then certificate serial number. The second command what we use and capture the certificate serial number, copy that and paste it here. Controller profile, choose your controller profile. One PNP account can have only one controller profile. In my case, the device is already in PNP because this device was already onboarded. We are going to just redo the exercise. So let me delete it from my PNP Connect and then uh, add it back. So now what you can do, you can go to plug and play and download this provisioning file. This provisioning file you can use to upload the device in vManage. So you come to vManage, main dashboard. Here you can see that I have 4 vManage devices. I'm going to go to configuration, device, and there are two here you can see that I already have device, but I'm going to delete that for illustration purpose. So if I try to delete it, it is going to fail to delete because your cert is valid. So first you have to go to certificate and invalidate the certificate. So I'm going to say invalid, then go back to device, and obviously you have to update this information to controller. Once send to controller is done, that means the certificate device certificate is invalidated. You can go to device and delete that device, and we are going to redo the exercise for illustration purpose. I'm going to re-add the device for you just for the sake of illustration. Yep. So first we are going to delete it. It may not be relevant to your exercise because this is the first time you are onboarding the device. So ignore that part. Now go back to devices. And 42PE, that's our device. We are going to say delete vManage device. So I'm going to, so the device is not here in vManage anymore. Now what you can do, you can sync the device because you have set up that in your PNP account. So what you can do, you can use your username and password to sync smart account, or otherwise what you can do, you can upload the CSV serial file what we downloaded from PNP portal. You can upload it, use that file to upload the device list. Now you will see once you upload it, the device will be reflected here. Okay, provisioning file. Let me download one more time. So select your controller version. Mine is 19.2.2. That's why I am selecting the latest one, 18.3. Downloaded the file and now come here, upload vManage, select that and upload. But the best method is to sync from smart account because that is going to have identical information. So always try to do that. You can see that 6 of 7 duplicate, 1 added. So 42E, the device what we deleted is going to be added back. Now you can see I have my device added here with certificate serial number. So whatever information I put on my PNP thing, it's there and certificate is valid. All right, so this is the prep exercise what you need to do on vManage itself before you start the onboarding. So we have done step 1, 2 and 3. Now upload new device info into vManage. We have done 4 also. Now number 5 is minimum configuration on cEdge. So this, when this you write it is the cEdge device, it comes with a minimal configuration. You need to provide additional configuration, the transport related info, so that it will have the vManage reachability to vBond and vManage. So that's what I'm going to do here. I'm going to just configure my transport side and also the IPsec tunnel to reach my vBond, and then vBond is going to communicate to other controllers and the control connections will become up. So that is the minimal configuration you need on your cEdge router. Since I have just one internet, one transport connection, that's why I'm configuring one interface. But in your case, you may have multiple transport. So right now you can see there is no configuration because device is not reachable from vManage perspective. That's why there is a blank configuration. If you want to do PNP, this is the bootstrap configuration you need to download. So I'm going to download Cloud Init and it will show you this is the minimum bootstrap configuration. If you want to do PNP, that's basically the vBond information. But for us, we are going to do it manual or device BringUp. So we are not download. I'm just showing where to download, but we are not doing a bootstrap or PNP kind of onboarding. I'm just going to show you some options where is what. And now device BringUp. Right now you can see the device has no connectivity via vBond and data plane and nothing. And once we have the device BringUp, this will go green. So now let's go and I'm going to quickly show you the template. in our case, we are going to do everything via CLI, but if you have template configured, this is how the template looks like. So device template is built, consists of feature template, and there are different sections of device template: basic information, transport information, that means connectivity to vManage, service side, your LAN side, basically. There are a lot of factory default configurations, templates are also there, but if you want, as per your environment, you can have customized template. And as I said, device templates are consist of feature templates, is a grouping of feature templates. So if you want to attach a device, that's what you have to do. Go select your template, select your device, say attach, and then you need to fill in. So these are all template, right? It's a generic template, it doesn't have the specific value. So if you have to fill in all the specific parameter for this template in order to attach the template. So as you say, next you say required field is missing, and if you go and see edit template, these are all the template values or variables I need to assign. But in our case, we are not going to use template. It is a CLI based onboarding. I'm just showing it for illustration purpose. So now let's go back to my router and put the minimal configuration here. The minimal configuration what I shown you. First, let's verify what we have. The default running configuration, when you do write erase equivalent of cEdge router, what configuration you can see. So the very basic configuration you will see, the VRF management interface, and then my gigabit 0 is part of VRF management interface, which is like any other ISR router. All other interfaces have no configuration, and you just have the OMP protocol enabled. That is it, and no AAA, nothing. And you can see only the OMP is enabled, because that's like a secret sauce, and you have the security, IPsec security parameters defined. So no configuration, no interface is configured. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to apply the minimum configuration what is relevant to my environment, and that is one interface, one transport interface, which has internet connectivity. That means it can talk to with telecontroller. I have the UDP ports already allowed. So if you have the firewall in your network, please make sure that UDP ports are allowed for vManage connectivity. So I'm going to just apply the minimum configuration. Is a little different. You have to do config transaction, not config terminal, to go to config mode. And you have also seen that there is show SD-WAN running configuration. You can also do show run, but it will not show you SD-WAN related configuration. So if you want to see a full configuration, I highly recommend that you use show SD-WAN commands. So this is the basic configuration I'm going to do: host name, some username, default route, and one interface, which is my transport interface, the physical interface. That's a sub interface. You can see 199.161.2, and then I'm going to configure a tunnel. So you see that SD-WAN code is very case sensitive. So if I say interface small tu, it's not recognizing, even the tab is not working. So you have to choose your case really well. So the interface T in caps, interface tunnel, then only you will see the possible completion. This is very, I would say, not very good. It should not be that case sensitive, but it is at this moment. So I have configured my tunnels to reach vManage. That way you can see the source is my transport interface itself, 580 tunnel source and tunnel IPN number, and tunnel mode SD-WAN. So this is the SD-WAN type of tunnel. You can have multiple type of tunnel. This is a SD-WAN type of tunnel. That means it is will be treated as a T-lock. Now the SD-WAN configuration interface, and here it is. I'm saying that this is going to be my tunnel interface, and this is IPsec related configuration, and color is business internet and max control connections. you have to allow your control connections. Without that command, the control connection will not come up. So make sure that you type control connections under IPsec tunnel. This is somewhat like XR. So as you configure, the configuration doesn't take effect immediately. You need to commit it, which is a good thing. You can do a commit check and it will validate all the syntax. So there is no write mem as such. It's just as you configure, once you commit, then the configuration will comes into effect, just like iOS XR or other vendors. Now let me go back again. Okay, service policy. No, that's not part of my minimal configuration. So let me get rid of service policy and configure the interface without any service policy, because I want to do a very minimal configuration just to make vManage connectivity, and after that I can apply all sort of like configuration, like ACLs and everything later on. Okay, secret 5, my bad. Secret 5, if you're selecting secret, you cannot, even if it's 5 or 9, you cannot just specify anything in plain text. So don't do that. Even if you have to specify something in plain text, make sure you just say password, which is not a secure one. Now, as my transport is configured, now final part is I'm going to apply system config. System config is very important. That is the key parameters where you have your site ID defined, your router, your loopback ID defined, and the vBond IP address. So you get go. This time you're going to say config transaction system and go under system, and then apply call out system IP, your site ID. If you are using any port offset, we are not doing port offset here. And most important is vBond IP address. If you have name server, you can specify the FQDN. For me, it's a vBond IP address, and the port number by default that you use is 13246. So transport configuration is done, system configuration is done. Now let me commit this, and hopefully we should have the control connections up, because the cEdge will try to reach out to the vBond. It will do the IPsec negotiation if it is accepted by vBond. So at vBond we already have this information available, where vBond knows the serial number and the certificate ID. So it's going to match them and allow the communication. Okay, some syntax error here. I think I should get rid of the password, secret type 5 password. That is not needed. I already have a secret 9 defined. So okay, so the commit completed. Here you can see commit didn't fail, commit is completed, and my tunnel interface is up. Interface tunnel, the SD-WAN tunnel is up. Okay, device refuse one or more command. Okay, so actually looks like the commit is successful, but then commit has reverted because device refused the command. Now let me get rid of the wrong syntax command, which is secret 5, and let me try to commit again. This time the commit is complete. You can see commit complete. Now let's verify show SD-WAN control connections. So if you type connection and autocomplete, this will give you error. Don't forget to add S after connection. So it is show SD-WAN control connections. No control connection yet. Let me check. BFD. At the same time, there is no BFD sessions. Okay, now it looks like my certificate was wrong. I corrected the certificate, and as soon as I corrected the certificate on vManage, you can see vSmart pairing handshake is done, and vSmart connection, vManage connection, all the controller connections started coming back. So I have 2 vSmart, that is why I have 2 connections. So the log you can see on CLI is all the control connections coming up. Let me show you the control connection output, how it looks like. Okay. Yeah, so SD-WAN control connections, and you can see I have peer, type, vSmart, and vManage. vBond connections you may not see because vBond connection is just one time. It's not a persistent connection. And let's see SD-WAN BFD summary. So you'll have the BFD tunnel to your vSmarts. Then I have 2 sessions because I have 2 vSmarts. Now let's go back on vManage and check on vManage. Now vManage device is turned from 4 to 5. Let's go to monitor network, and I choose my device SVL31 SD-WAN gateway. It's reachable. Site ID you can see whatever we defined via CLI, and 2 BFD connections. So everything looks as what we saw on CLI. Now let's go back and do some verifications. So interfaces, whatever interfaces we configured is shown here. Then the T-lock, that is the SD-WAN tunnel. I have only one transport, that is why it's showing biz internet, and then that is up, and it is having 2 IPsec tunnels to my 2 different WAGs, upstream routers basically. Then control connection, this is the most important thing. I have control connections up with all my 3 controllers, vSmart, 2 vSmarts and 1 vManage. vBond is not persistent, that's why you're not seeing here. And then now let's go back and do some real-time check. So you go to a monitor network device and real-time, and then up there device option, here you can fire all the commands. What you can do via CLI, you can type in here and it will give you auto completion suggestion. So we are doing the same thing, show SD-WAN control connections, and you see the same output on vManage itself. So this is how you onboard a cEdge, and I hope you find this useful. And finally, device BringUp, what we saw earlier, it was all not connected, now it's all connected. So I hope you enjoy the video. Thank you for watching.